Hi folks, here we are, the Fairwoods Village, Woods Walk and Talk. Look at them, they're all excited. It has been raining, so the ground is going to be quite wet again. Well, it's that Scottish 1980s pop group, Wet, Wet, Wet. Yeah, anyone who knows that reference, well done. Hello, good group. Mighty Pello, the singer, lead singer, lovely smile. Hello, Mollie! Here comes. Here comes Mollie. Here, Mollie. There, Lucy. Hi. Go on, get on with it now. I've got someone coming to view puppies later. Oh, the puppies did brilliantly well. Last night was their first night in the kennel alone. And so, first thing this morning, I got Amber in with them straight away to get them some feed. Then, of course, they were desperate to come out because they had to poo. So they waited till they come out. All of them. Of course, that was a problem. 9 little puppies pooping who don't know the understanding right now that when they poop, they've got to get out of the way so I can clean it. So I can pick the poop up and, deal with it. Of course, they're trying to eat it. They're trying to step in it. Oh, 9 of them. Like when Mollie had pups, that was only 2. That was easy. One of them pooed. Easy. Even if they're both pooing at the same time, really easy. 9 at the same time? Much more difficult. But fun. It's gonna get interesting. Alright, because I've got them for another 3 weeks. At least another 3 weeks, so it's gonna get interesting to say the least. Aye. Great fun. Great joy. Yeah. So, yep, brilliant. Although, it's going to be... this is where they need to learn that when they poo, walk away, leave it alone. And they will. They will. I have to tell them off, and when they start eating poo or anything like that, I have to flush them with the hose. Right, sometimes they poo and I can't pick it up, so I've got to flush it away in the stones. And if puppies get near it, they get covered in pooey water. So therefore I have to spray them with a hose. Because then they're covered in pooey water. Where's Lucy? Where's all the rest? There's Amber. Where's Riley? No idea. Oh, Riley's in there somewhere. Riley, come out there. There's Mollie. Hello, Mollie. So, that fun all starts. Fun and games, yes. Well, one of the extras is gone. That's good. Aye. Indeed. One of the extras is gone, so that's good. The other one should be going tonight. Same person. Well, actually, not the same person. Person who bought the other extra apparently doesn't even live in England or Scotland. Doesn't live in the UK at all. The person who collected it probably is going to hold on to it for him. But the person who collected it now wants the other one. The other one. He's going to give $250 for that. So cool, that'll do. So that's $600 for the both. Okay, that's how much I spent on the red one. That was a load of rubbish, so cool. Well, the red one's got a good engine. It's just rusted. It's not really roadworthy. It certainly wouldn't pass MOT as it is. It needs a ton of work on it to do that. So maybe the person who's got it or someone else is going to have time to do that. But then you've got a pretty decent car, good space. So we're missing a Border Collie again, aren't we? Here they are, the 2 girls. Where you been? Get. No jumping. No jumping, Lucy. Pack it up. Nutter. Goes into whatever she's going into. Get out of it now. Thankfully with her, she doesn't have a habit of rolling poo anymore. Because when I first got her, she did. Oh, Lord. That was a problem. Get her home, have to shower her straight away. Get in here. Shower, wash her, dry her, all that, because she's been rolling poo again. Disgusting. But she's got out the habit of that now. I think last time she did that was about a year ago. And even then it's about 2 years before that, the previous time she did it. Or about a year before that, I suppose. Anyway, so that's car news, that's puppy news. Amber, packing up. Stop eating rubbish. Hi. Oh, so yesterday, Yesterday just was a culmination of, probably around about 6 months of crap. Just sort of got on top of me yesterday, really. Went to the gym, couldn't really do anything. Just didn't have the mental, whatever I needed to really do a lot. I did the 100 and whatever that was, 101 on flat bench. That's cool. That was something I wanted to do, so I did that. So, okay. Tick that off. Achieve that, so move on from that now. But that was all I did. Partly because their cleaning process. Well, not their cleaning process. Upstairs they've got cleaners who clean, dry off, move on. Right? Quick. Downstairs, the bloke is slow, to say the least. He takes ages. Now, they're supposed to, as far as I know, clean after every hour. So after the session has finished, they clean for a quarter of an hour, then the next session starts. This bloke starts again half an hour later. So as you're in there, as you're trying to use certain bits of equipment, he starts cleaning it. So of course, by the time you wait for him to finish, by the time you do that, you're now at a situation where you cool down. I had to say something to some staff the other day. The cleaner won't talk to me now. I had to say to some staff the other day that he was leaving his muck and bucket in the way of where we're supposed to get the towels to wipe down the stuff. Which meant we had to walk around into another area where we really shouldn't be walking into. Not if we're using that gym area. So that just needed to be moved to somewhere else. I think he took that personally. Why take it personally? Just making a point of saying that needs to be moved, that's all. Anyhow, so that was that. But I talk about that stuff, started with COVID really. All the crap to do with COVID, all the crap that's come from the time of COVID. Which really, as I said, had there been no COVID, there would be no crap with, what's ahead? Chewie's backed off. He was going to go down there, but he's backed off now. No idea. Approach carefully. I think it's the point. If you've got no idea what's down there, approach carefully. But I'd say, had there been no COVID, there'd have been no crap, or no COVID misunderstanding, should we say. There'd have been no crap with neighbours. That would have been all avoided. Crap with neighbours was all about, dogs. Me being pissed about what they were doing and how that could be endangering the dogs, puppies. That was it. That was what started all that for me. Had none of that happened, then there would have been no issues. So, then, of course, I had the licence suspended because of the fact that I mentioned to Divya about sleep apnea. And because of COVID, that took ages for that to get sorted out. Amber, come here. Come here, babe. Stay with Dad. Amber, get here now. So, that wasn't good. So I was with that car for a couple of months after just buying the car. That wasn't good at all. Wait, get your ass here, now. Butt's here. And of course, then the car I bought, which would have been the X-Trail, died. Reversing it into a car park, it died 6 months after I bought it. So that was a massive expense. Well, for me, just wasted, gone. Then we got the red one, that was wasted, gone. Then I was told that the cars would be fixed, and they weren't fixed. Then I was told by someone else was coming to look at the cars to fix them. They didn't. That kept on going. And then I got fined 50 quid, even though the officer was supposed to tell me how long I've got to pay the fine. Didn't tell me. So no flipping idea whatsoever as to what to do there. So, just a constant bang, bang, bang. And then obviously in the middle of that, thinking that this woman was the one for me when she wasn't. But having no way of finding out because of COVID. Had there been no COVID, it would have been clear early. Easier to deal with, Right. But you try and walk positively. You try and walk with hope. But that means that you're standing and hoping maybe in something that you shouldn't be. And certainly with things like this, where churches aren't meeting, church events aren't meeting, you can't really confirm anything because you're not meeting. So you've got no chance to find out whether what you're hoping is true or what you're thinking is true is or not. So it's like 5 months down the line you find out no, it isn't. After you trying to be a good little Christian and stepping out in faith on the issue, and then just another kick in the teeth. So it's like, oh, for goodness sake. So yesterday it was just like, a feeling of dread. What's going to come next? What's next then? Come on. Let's see what's next. Because it just gets on top of you. It just gets to the point where you're like, oh, for goodness sake, why on earth are we bothering? What on earth is the point of it? Of course, every step, there's a point of learning. There is a point of learning. Certainly with regards to cars. The 2008 X-Trail, I would have bought that because it looked like a good car. You can't predict the engine's going to suddenly just die. That the drivetrain's going to collapse or whatever has happened to it. It's happened. You can't predict that. You're not going to be able to predict that by looking over the car, even if you get the best expert to look over the car. Unless they take the engine to pieces before you buy it, they're not going to be able to know anything, are they? So I would have still bought that. The red one, no way, shape or form. If that had been looked over properly, there's no way, shape or form I'd have bought that. So that's a learning thing. Yep. That's a learning thing. So, yep. You learn about that. Other things before that, other things after it, you learn from. You say, okay, what can we learn from this? How can we, even at this age, learn? Because, 51, not too old to learn. Really isn't. You don't feel any older at 51 as you did at 30. You don't feel any different. You still have as much to learn, really. Although you've learnt some things, it's when you've learned a couple of things, then you realise there's just so much for you still to learn. That there's still so much you don't know. There's still so many mistakes you do make. Because one thing you learn between 30 and 50 is your mistakes. You learn about the mistakes you made, and you learn quicker about the mistakes you made, or about when you're making a mistake. That's one thing you hope to avoid mistakes by learning about the mistakes you make and how not to make those mistakes. All these things are very important to learn. But Jesus, going for it. Oh, as I say, the place, I'm going to do a video when I get back to add to this one. Just to show you just how tiny the place is that I live. It's crazy. It's so bloody annoying. As I say, it's what it is. It's what it is, But it's like, it doesn't help. It really doesn't help in any way, shape or form. When you come down these steps, you see the building, and it's, I'll do a video when I get back. Do a quick. So, there you go, that's the view from the top of the steps here. That's the view. That's where you're going to come in and out through that way there. See? That's the entrance to the property here. You go down these steps, that's the site you see. There's the kitchen there, through there. There's the front door. Okay. Opposite the front door, you have this big wall, which is the walkway for the flat, for the building upstairs. So that's what you face when you come out. You see a bit of that. So at your kitchen window you see that. So there's my tarp to stop the area from flooding, because of course down here, where's the water going to go? If the tarp isn't here, it floods completely. So this is the area that I get here, the garden for the doggies. There's some weights in there, so when there's no pups I can train there if I need to. Some bits and pieces. Puppies are in the kennel right now, so that's got, say, about 10 centimetres of insulation all the way around. Front, sides, back, top, bottom. Hi, so that's cool. So yeah, so that's the outside. Let's show you inside. This is the kitchen here. Again, ceiling easily. You can touch the ceiling. This is how small this place is. The ceiling is just there. Touching the ceiling, easy. Put my hand pretty much right against the ceiling. So it shows you how incredibly tight this is. Kitchen, incredibly tight, to say the least. You know, to be here for 6 years, that's a lot. Covered space, virtually nothing. In around here, you'll see the doggies. You'll see that's my bed there, and these are the doggies' beds there. You've got about 10 or so. Yeah, probably about 6 or so duvets down there. You've got another bed there for Riley's on. And then Amber's got the bed there. And fridge, freezer. But really, this is the size of the room. That's it. That's what you get. And a little shower. There's a little cupboard in there, but that's got the central... Well, that's got the water heater in that doesn't work. It's an old, poor water heater. Absolute rubbish. There's no heating in here at all. Another slight storage area there where you've got the electrical appliances. Well, not electrical appliances, the meter, all that lot. So yeah, that's what you got. So yeah, as I say, I mean, that cupboard there, that's where I've got DVDs, Blu-rays, CDs, and yeah, computer bits and all the rest there. So yeah, that's a projector. Because obviously if I have a TV, then it's very small room to have a TV, especially where you've got to put a unit there to put the TV on. So where are you going to put the dogs? Unit has to go there, really. I didn't originally have a TV. I just gave it to a friend when I got a projector. Well, I sold it to a friend for really about 1/4 of the value. So there you go, you can have that. I bought this chair to use, but then it's just been sat there, never used it. No space to use it. Yeah, it's not because I've got dogs. Yeah, they take up really that space there. With a little bit there and there. But as I say, they could be got rid of because there's plenty of space there for all the dogs to lay on. And Chewie mainly likes to lay on that side of my bed over there. That's where he lays, that little divot there. That's where Chewie normally lays. He's in the shower right now. Well, after a good run, we just had a good run. Yeah, the walk and talk, Faywood. So yeah. Anyway, that's the flat. That's what it is. I put this storage up there because there was nothing there. So I just put some shelving up there just to put something there where I can store stuff. So yeah. So there you go. That's the video I said I'd put onto the walk and talk. So there you go. There it is. Bye bye, Amber. Say goodbye, baby. Love you. And there's Riley. And there's Mollie and Lucy. There you go. Do a quick video of it. Well, not necessarily when I get back. It might be later. So I'm going to go and we are going to get some fuel from this. Yeah, as I said about that fuel, you're going to get that. Yeah, £20 for I think 5-6 litres. Or 20 litres, not sure what it is. A lot. Anyway. It's quite a bit. It will go part way to filling the car up with diesel. So that's good. For 20 quid, so that's fine. Well, that's if he hasn't sold it to someone else by the time we get there. So we're going early today. So try and get there before he gets there so we can't sell it. Yeah, time will tell. So, got to do that. But then, yeah, at some point before I put this video up, I will do a video, hopefully. On the flat, I said I was going to do that before, and I didn't. So that's a plan. So I've been there for 6 years, and I've been honest. A friend said about going on the council list, went on the council list, was honest, but because I was honest, it said how many dogs I've got, you can count there, see? They said, well, okay, we can't help you. You can only have 2 dogs. It's like, yeah, but if I'd lied, if I said I got 2, then moved the other 3 in, a day or 2 later, you wouldn't have been none the wiser. You're going to know eventually I had 5, but you wouldn't be able to do anything because I'd be in there. What are you going to do, kick me out? You don't kick people out for that, because people do that all the time. But because I wasn't going to lie about it, because I'm not going to lie, not about anything like that, why would you lie about that? Why would you cause yourself trouble? Certainly as a Christian, why would you sin about something so minute and so silly as how many dogs you got? Yeah, when you're telling someone on an application. No, you don't do that. No point. Yeah, my friend said I should have lied. It's like, yeah, I understand his point because he's looking at it saying, well, God's not going to help you. So, well, we'll see. Hasn't done so far, not in with regards to better accommodation, no. Not so far. Doesn't mean it won't happen, it just hasn't happened yet. So, but 6 years is a long bloody time. But actually, that's another point. As I was laying down, I think last night, possibly, I was thinking about that. And thinking about the fact that, you know, to us, you know, when God says, I'll deal with that in a moment to God is like 10 years to us. It can be. Can be as long as 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. Yeah. But it could just be 10 minutes. God never explains what a moment is, or how long to us a moment's going to be. It's a moment to him. But if you've been there from the beginning of time, and yeah, you see time differently, a moment to him, as I say, is equivalent to maybe a year, 10 years to us. So, yeah, it's been like 10 seconds to God since I moved into this place. 6 years to me. Amber, leave it alone. Amber, stop trying to forage. You're not a foraging creature, you're a dog, idiot. I feed you. Nutter, I feed you, it's my job. Not your job to find food. You can't be hungry, you had breakfast, didn't you? Eh? She had what used to be called sugar puffs. Now they're called Honey Monster, but they should be called sugar puffs because that's what they were always called. Honey Monster was just the name after that. That was the name of the character on the box. When I was a kid, they were always called sugar puffs. Now they're called Honey Monster. Which is why you've taken the name sugar off it. Then they're called wheat puffs. Why, has sugar gone out of it completely? They still taste quite sugary to me. They changed the name to make it look more healthy. But it's good for the mum. It's good for mum, it helps her to produce milky, which is good. Mollie has the same when she's got babies. Hi. But yeah, so as I say, I mean, I've had to go at God about this, the issue of a moment, or soon, when God says soon. He doesn't understand. He's talking to me. My soon is like, okay, I say soon, well now it's soon. There you go. Met soon, it's now. You know, what's there is the past. What's there is the future. Just there is soon. Problem is, God sees it as, that's the past, that's the future. Soon is way over there somewhere. Somewhere. No exact location, just somewhere over there. And it's like, come on. When you're dealing with us, our soon is, yeah, our understanding of soon is now. Sort of thing. You know, just after now. You've got now, and then a few seconds later is soon. Isn't it, really? That's our understanding of it. And yet God's understanding is, well, soon can be any time. As I say, a year, 2 years, 3 years, 10 years. Any time within that group, you know? That's the way God sees it. It's like, oh, great. So we don't know, do we, really? You just keep hanging on. As I say, it's like you're hanging on a cliff edge. And it is. And that's why, like yesterday, it's just a point, you just get bloody tired. It's just like, enough's enough. I'm tired of it now. You know? Well, that's it. And people having discussions about that they're going to try and get me arrested and all that stuff. Oh, Jesus Christ. Right, I'm going to leave you there. I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.